The esports phenomenon Rocket League hits home in Chicago. 16 of the top players in the country will battle for a chance to contend for a $100,000 prize pool in the Universal Open. Backed by one of the most active gaming communities in the world, Rocket League is thriving in the Windy City. 8 teams will compete, only 2 will advance.
Welcome to the Universal Open Rocket League Midwest Regional here. That is a live look at where our players are going to be competing over the course of this regionals. We find 2 more teams that will be advancing to the grand finals in Santa Ana. And oh yes, what would Rocket League be with a little bit of rocket sock'em robots in the green room beforehand? Our players obviously taking this very seriously as they get warmed up for the competition. And welcome everyone to the Universal Open Rocket League Midwest Regional in downtown Chicago. I'm your host, Kevin Naki, joined by our casters for today's Rocket League action, of course. Wave Punk, Mr. Quinn Lobdell. How are you gentlemen doing today?
I want to get my hands on the Rock'em Sock'em Robots game.
I know, that looked like fun, man.
Yeah,
How do I get some of that?
Wait, we doing Rocket League here? I think new 1v1 Rock'em Sock'em Robots cast coming right after this, everyone. Of course, we've got so much to break down today, so let's give you guys a quick look at what's going to go on, the rules of the event, the brackets themselves. So here's a look at the basic rules. Teams of 2 are going to face off in 5-minute games. Of course, the team with the most goals wins. If the game is tied at the end of regulation, it goes to a sudden death overtime period where the next goal will crown the victor. The quarterfinal matches today are going to be a best 2 out of 3 games, and the semifinals and finals will be a best 3 out of 5. Both of today's finalists at the regional will advance to the grand final in Santa Ana, and we'll be finding out which of those teams will actually have the better seeding after today's finals. Now, let's actually take a look at the brackets here overall to find out how we've gotten to this spot, what we can expect for the grand finals in Santa Ana. 4 teams have already punched their ticket from the U.S. Open Regional, which finished up a couple of weeks ago. The European Regional is on today. 4 teams will actually be arriving from that continent too. We've already determined 4 teams from the East and Northeast Regionals that we played in CSN Philly and SNY last week. And of course, we'll be crowning 4 more finalists this weekend in the Midwest and West Regionals. So 16 teams total vying for a piece of that $100,000 prize pool. And that kind of sets the table for today's action. Let's go ahead and take a look at the brackets here presented by American Sail. Of course, DAPG are the heavy favorites. They have not yet lost a single game up to this point. Enix and Ethereal going to be our second quarterfinal. A potential upset at number 3 here as we have Splice, our 4th-ranked team, coming in with a couple of pro players that have the potential to upset against Amethyst. And of course, we have Hype Gaming versus Runaway to round things out at the end of the day. So that's our brackets. That's what we can expect from the action today. But of course, our analysts have sat down and done a little bit of theory crafting to figure out who they think is going to win. So I'll bring it to you guys right away. Wave, I'm going to start with you. Who you got today?
I'm going to be honest, it didn't require a lot of theory. It was all pretty straightforward here, as DAPG and Splice are the clear favorites here in Chicago. A few teams that could possibly play upset. You already mentioned Amethyst as a possibility, but I really think Splice has got that one in the bag, and it's going to be DAPG and Splice in the finals. DAPG going to take it all the way.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree with Wave Punk here. As far as my predictions went for this whole tournament, I would totally expect DAPG to come in cruising into that final and take the number 1 seed. And Splice, even though they are the 4th-ranked seed, I have them coming in as 2nd. They are definitely not underdogs, as you may expect. So look out for Splice.
All right, fair enough. We'll see which of these teams is going to advance into the finals, whether we get any upsets today. But of course, we've got our first quarterfinal, DAPG versus Mechanical Gaming. We're going to start with the favorites, DAPG. Does anyone have a hope to beat these guys? We're not sure. Professional players coming in here from the 3v3 world. We'll take a look at their bio here in just a second. Of course, they are our number 1 seed for the entire event. We have Chris Mendoza, otherwise known as Dapper. He is 18 years old. He is from California, playing for Renegades. He'll be competing on the side of DAPG today. Of course, his teammate Garrett G, 16 years old, from Georgia, plays for Energy Esports. He's been a longtime competitor in the scene. And we're actually going to go ahead now and kick it over to our 4th member of the broadcast team for more with the regional favorites here out of the Midwest. It's Michael Jenkins standing by. Michael?
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. One of the great things about Rocket League, of course, is getting to know the personalities behind the players that are going to be competing today. So let's get to know Garrett G of DAPG.
My name is Garrett Gordon, and I go by Garrett G. I'm 16 years old from Augusta, Georgia. I've played Rocket League since October of 2015. I've probably played more than 4,000 hours in the game. My favorite food is crab legs. My favorite athlete is Aaron Murray. My favorite thing to do outside of gaming is basketball. If I won the grand prize, I'd probably just save it.
That's a smart guy. He's going to take that money and save it if he wins. And if you talk to Garrett, he's very confident, not cocky, but he knows that his team is the favorite, and they do expect to win today. Guys?
Okay, so you win $100,000 and you save it? I just don't buy it at this point. You're 16 years old. You don't buy yourself one car? I don't know. I'm calling shenanigans on that one. Of course, now the other team that we have to talk about today is going to be Mechanical Gaming. These guys have quite an uphill battle in front of them, though. They are the underdogs coming into this match, although, you know what? They caught wind of that backstage a little bit. They laughed it up, and they were like, screw it. We're going to win anyway. So I can't wait to see what these guys are going to bring to the table. Of course, the team features Jalen Parker, otherwise known as Rapid. At 16 years old, he's playing 45 hours of Rocket League a week, so we'll certainly see if he can make an impact on the scene later on. And Kellogg is his teammate at 22 years old from North Carolina. We'll see what these guys can do against the favorites. And it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, our players are ready to go, so I'm just going to get a quick word. I already know both you guys are heavily favoring DAPG in this. What does Mechanical need to do to make this a set?
I think going back to the fundamentals of Rocket League, don't give them anything easy here right now. DAPG, you're going to be hard-pressed to get into their territory at all. Getting hard clears, being able to keep the ball into DAPG's side of the field is going to be a real big handle here, so they have to nail it down on the defense, keep their fundamentals clean.
It sounds good. Let's go into the game and see how they handle it. I think the biggest thing here we're going to be looking at is seeing if they can make sure they don't get caught in their own half and just give up too much space to DAPG. They are going to be a great team offensively, and it's going to be intimidating for Mechanical Gaming. I mean, to kind of, do I pressure them now? Do I wait? Do I see what they can do? They really need to make sure that they keep pressuring this team and don't give them too much space.
All right.
Well, let's get into game number 1 here. DAPG versus Mechanical Gaming. The first of our quarterfinals here in Chicago. Best of 3, got to win 2 to move on in this single elimination bracket. You lose here and you go home. It is DAPG in the blue, Mechanical Gaming in the orange. As the pro players here underway, Garrett G takes a quick shot off the crossbar, a bit high. Dapper in to keep the pressure on. He'll stay tight in the box here. As right now we're seeing Mechanical Gaming struggling to clear, but he gets it underneath Garrett G and will try to dribble this one out. And Dapper will fall back in the middle. Kellogg looking for a pass to Rapid. It's behind his teammate. It'll end up back in the corner.
Yeah, really good job here already from Mechanical Gaming, taking their time and utilizing...
Oh, it goes past. Dapper was not ready for the boomer from the midfield, and Mechanical Gaming strikes first.
Yeah, great job here to actually go up early. Kellogg, recognizing that they were out of position, just takes a quick shot, and it was actually very well placed, and it forces a save out of Dapper, who wasn't positioned correctly to save that. Great job there from Mechanical Gaming.
Yeah, about the best placement you can reach. You can see Dapper was not ready for that level of accuracy. And they will be down here in game number 1. Kellogg airborne, the tactical whiff at midfield. Loading up, Dapper's now got to run towards the midfield. Garrett looks for the bump on Rapid, but can't find him. Doesn't matter. Dapper keeps it on the ground, ties up the game.
Oh, look at this move from Dapper. He's so tricky in 1v1 situations. He made his name as 1v1 player. Watch, he recognizes there's a challenge coming from Rapid, and he lets the ball come off of his car in front of him so that when there is a challenge, his car's going to push that on through, and without a perfect challenge there, Dapper's always going to score.
And Garrett G was over in the face of Rapid. Rapid's got to figure out how to not get destroyed, not get demolished, and how to block it. Tough setup there, and we'll have a tie ball game with 3:53 left to go. There's Rapid getting demoed on the second challenge there from Garrett. This one will end up back in Mechanical Gaming territory. Garrett keeping this one on the ground. Open net right now. Oh, but Kellogg bumps his teammate who had the clean shot towards the net. Probably was going to be hard-pressed to get enough pace on it to get it there anyways, but we'll stay tied up here. And right now, Mechanical Gaming doing an excellent job on the 50-50 department. 50-50 challenging the ball at the same time as another player. Can be very difficult to see who's going to win it. Right now, Mechanical Gaming's been winning a lot of 50-50s. It's a big part of being able to keep the ball in enemy territory in 2v2.
Right, especially when you look at how much of an advantage you get just being able to win 50-50s. You just take another player out of the game. They have to go pass the ball, rotate, get more boost. It's a huge boon, just a great ability to be able to win 50-50s consistently for your team.
Yeah, we call them 50-50s because it looks from the viewer's perspective like it's just up in the air and anybody could win, like it's a coin toss. But really, it's a very precise play here. Dapper going to get the pass out to Garrett G. They're going to take the lead.
Great positioning here from Garrett G. We see another 50-50 from Dapper like we were just talking about. And the bump onto Rapid prevents the clear. That was a huge play there coming out of Dapper. Garrett G just positioning himself to get the easy shot, but knocking the goalie out of the way leaves a wide open goal for Garrett G.
He effectively forced Rapid to pass to Garrett G. What a play there. Garrett puts this one just off the crossbar. absolutely making the just barely missed, just tiniest of saves there.
What a recovery. He knew he was out of position here. And oh, Dapper looking for Garrett there on the side. Couldn't find him.
Is he in there? Does he have enough speed for this one? It'll drop down towards the box, but Dapper had fallen back. And 2v2 is the big challenge when you commit 2 players in the air like that. The first player needs to get down and get back just in case the solid clear comes through from the opponent's defense. Oh, Dapper tries to put that one through, but Rapid, the defense will hold on here for Mechanical Gaming. They'll keep the score margin at just 1 as we cross halftime.
Right, I'm already really impressed with Mechanical's gaming ability to stay in this match and not be intimidated or really, it looks like they're playing their game. They're not affected by the fact that they are playing what are considered to be the favorites in this region, Wavepunk.
Dapper gonna put that one into the corner. Rapid to try and set it back out. Garrett G in. This will be Kellogg's ball. Both Rapid and Kellogg kind of commit for that, but Rapid gets an excellent clear. Usually, especially in 2v2, you do not want to commit 2 players to making the same touch because it just moves you so far out of position. But Rapid's touch was significantly stronger than anything else that we had seen, so they'll be able to get that one away. And Dapper will pick this one up in the midfield. Gets past 1, can he dribble 2 here? Goes for the fake, drops it in. It's right there in front of the net. Garrett G finishes it off, 2-goal game.
I'm telling you, when it comes to 1v1 situations or 1v2, there's nobody I would take seriously over Dapper. You see, he cuts the ball past the defender, and that buys him so much space. And again, we talk about 50-50s. When you watch Dapper, look for him to set up great plays, and he's always going to invite the challenge from the defense. He's always going to position himself for that 50-50, and it lets Garrett play safer, because if they win, Garrett comes into an open goal, and that's going to be this kind of team's key attribute or point of play.
Just going in. Can Rapid get there? No, it'll bounce just wide. It's back in front of the box, and Kellogg's in there. He'll put it through. Able to get that one through at the midfield and set up the clean shot here. 1-goal game for Mechanical Gaming.
Right. Rapid here, it didn't look like he had it, but again, patience on the 50-50. He recognized the challenge coming from Garrett, and he said, okay, Garrett, I'm going to let you hit that ball, but you're going to hit it right into me. Perfect, man. Great pass.
And now with 1:24 left to go, they have this within 1 goal. The game at the end of Rocket League, it's got to hit 0 seconds, and the ball has to touch the ground. Garrett G, what are you doing, man? He's trying to clear it across his net, and he ties up the game.
This is going to be super unfortunate. Again, another great touch here. We see Garrett G a little bit out of position. He had so much time. What he was trying to do there was to cross the ball to the other side of the field into open space in the corner. The corners are some of the safest spots on the field for you to defend from, and a great chance to get around the ball. Unfortunately for Garrett G, excuse me, that did not go as planned.
That did not go as planned. They'll put this one through, and they'll get the lead right back. But my goodness, if you had told me at any point the Mechanical Gaming would be tied up 3-3 against DAPG, I'd have told you were crazy. Right. But look at this, we got a ball game right here.
I mean, DAPG doing a great job here at maintaining the pressure and not getting intimidated. One of the big things in Rocket League is that it's so easy after conceding a significant amount of goals.
Is this going in? Yeah, that's going. Oh, Dapper gets there back in the last moment to clear it away. It looked like he was not going to get there in time.
And that was some great defense. You see Dapper recognizing that he needs to get all the way around the ball, so calm. He takes the time to position himself and make sure that he secures that clear.
That's Rapid put it over the side. Kellogg lurks in the back. This pinch in the air will send it all the way down. Kellogg's not sure what to do in net. He makes the save, positions himself correctly, and Garrett kind of shoots it straight at him. Will keep the goal at just the lead at only 1 goal right now with 35 seconds left. Mechanical Gaming needs to hold on to ball control in enemy territory here, see if they can put it through. Dapper puts it over to the side, and Rapid comes in to take another shot towards the backboard. Garrett G will have no problem clearing that one away, and Dapper moving out, anticipating the clear from his teammate. They'll look to see if they can just hold on to the ball. Right now, if they run down the clock, they will win this one out. Rapid makes the save he needs to put it over the side, but he's got to do it one more time. Gets in the way, Garrett G can't make the shot, but as these final 10 seconds happen, it's all up to Kellogg and Rapid. They're down by 1. They need this immediately so that we can have overtime and a possibility of taking the win here in game number 1. They'll wrap it on the wall. It's in front of the goal. Rapid's there. Oh, and Dapper gets the clear away. It just needs a touch. There it goes. DAPG. They get the win here in game 1, but they have to fight for it.
If you had told me it was going to be a 1-goal margin between Mechanical Gaming and DAPG, I can tell you I never, ever could have predicted that or seen that coming.
Yeah, these guys on fire as they're playing here in game number 1. Mechanical, this is absolutely much better show than I expected it. And the first goal they got, able to put that one over the top and the fantastic placement. Just these guys all over the place. 10 shots from Mechanical Gaming, significantly more than I expected them to get on DAPG.
Yeah, one of the best things I think that they do is they put the ball on target. It's a really good job when you're clearing the ball or whenever you're just trying to put pressure on another team to always make sure the ball is moving somewhere close to the net net or you're within reason, when you clear the ball, make sure that you're able to push that on net. It forces saves, and it opens up the opportunity for the other team to make mistakes.
Yeah, and I did not see DAPG at any point really styling on Mechanical Gaming. They were having to play smart. They were having to play quick in enemy territory and just get the shots that were made available to them, because the defense of Mechanical Gaming was standing up. They were making the saves they needed to. Only had to make 3 saves here, and a seven-goal game was not in any way what I anticipated here from game one.
Right. I think DAPG, a few errors defensively as far as positioning goes. They didn't actually expect or anticipate Mechanical Gaming to be so strong with their ball placement, with how they were moving the ball. So it was really, I think, a wake-up call for DAPG. They're going to have to take their opponents a little bit more seriously.
Absolutely. I mean, they had to make 6 saves in that game alone to try and just keep this one as even as it was. It's just a 1-goal game. But we'll get game 2 started here, and we'll be able to find out, can DAPG do it here in 2 games clean, or does Mechanical Gaming bounce back after game number 1? It's anybody's guess as to how this series will go. Kellogg will be able to put this one out. He's got Rapid in support here. And a good play by Dapper in the corner. Reverses the direction of the rotation, which gives him the advantage. Garrett will look to pass. It's wide out in front of his teammate, but Dapper wins the 50-50 in the corner, puts it into the box. And bounces off the wall. Garrett G the shot towards the net. Kellogg just keeping his patience and his wits about him. Able to block that one away. Not be faked out by the world player.
Something I really like about this pressure from DAPG is if you look, they're not shooting straight.
Oh, is this going to drop? Oh, Kellogg makes the save. It went off the backboard, and then Rapid's touch looked like it was going to drop in, but his teammate's there to bail him out. He says, I got you, bud, and we'll stay scoreless here in the first minute.
I was trying to mention the fact that DAPG's pressure, good save. It comes not directly onto the goal. They don't attack from the center of the field. They attack from the sides, and what that does is when they miss a shot, it doesn't just boom off of the crossbar, out the backboard, over their heads, and create a potentially negative situation. They're playing it safe and letting the ball move to the corners, to the sides, where they have time to recover.
Rapid looking for Kellogg, interrupted by Dapper. He sends it back into the orange. 3:40 left to go in game number 2. Dapper looking to pass to Garrett G in the middle. Rapid will take it from him, bunches him up in the middle there. And Dapper has to fall back. A bit of confusion on the defensive rotation, but the clean win there by Dapper will buy them a lot of space to sort it back out. He'll take up the 1 position. Garrett in the middle. Be looking for the pass. The drop here. Kellogg puts it just soft, and Garrett G's able to put it in.
A serious master of positioning. Look how Dapper here just invites pressure to create a negative or a bad save from the other team. And Garrett, he knows what's happening. He knows what Dapper's trying to get the goalkeeper on the other team to do. He's trying to force a bad play from that goalkeeper, and he does it really well by just creating a slow, awkward ball to deal with. And Garrett, great positioning as always.
Yeah, the difference between the bad saves and the good saves are where you put the ball after you touch it. And Kellogg gets this one in front. Rapid comes in. Dapper puts it away to the side, and they'll stay clean. But you see, when Dapper put it away, it goes into the corner. It eliminates the possibility of a follow-up shot. When Kellogg made the save, he just lofted it straight up in front of the net. Garrett G's like, oh, free one. I'll take that. Sends in the net. We got a 1-goal game here. And second game of the best of 3. First team to win 2 moves on to the series.
Right, so we already saw DAPG take the first game. This means that Mechanical Gaming is on their last leg, so there is a lot of pressure on them. If they don't find a way to score a goal here, they will be eliminated.
Garrett G to send that one away over the top of Rapid. Mechanical Gaming will have to retreat into their own half. To recollect themselves, both end up in the corner here. Kellogg gets a bit zoned out. He makes a touch, but it's a soft one. They're going to be able to continue to follow up. Garrett G was not expecting him to be able to make the touch after Dapper was zoning in the corner. The shot from midfield cleared by Kellogg. Garrett G to try and send this one around. A follow-up shot towards the corner. It's wide. And this one bounces out. Dapper up to take one more as Garrett G will fall back. He just pick up boost after that one, and they'll be able to give Mechanical Gaming a chance here at offense. We've passed halftime, and they are still trailing by 1.
Right, and just pay attention to the patience and the time taken from Dapper. Garrett G.
Oh, is it going in? No, it bounces back out, and they'll send that one away. That's about as close as you can come to scoring a goal and still come up with nothing. DAPG still on the offense here. Dapper to look to pass it in. Rapid will clear that one away. Garrett G now moving up, respecting Rapid's ball control. Now Garrett G will take this one off the wall. Try to fall in front of it, see if he can block a follow-up from Kellogg. But Kellogg's there. Dapper with the position in net. Block it away. And after a 7-goal game we had in game number 1, this one being determined by only 1 goal right now.
Great demo there from Dapper, just completely eliminating that offensive pressure there. We see Rapid forced to go for a challenge. His teammate is demolished. You never know where they're going to respawn.
That was an open net opportunity there from Dapper. It goes just wide. A second goal would really make DAPG feel comfortable right now. Dapper looking, realizing there's no shot opportunity. He'll move over to the side as Rapid gets the spider clear. Kellogg in the midfield, trying to bait one in.
Oh, and that's that anticipation I talk about with Garrett G. You see he knows where that ball's going to go.
Oh, it goes in! The double tap from Rapid ties up the game in the last minute. What a goal!
I guess Garrett might be able to predict it, but he still can't stop it. A great double touch here from Machine Gaming Rapid. What a play to tie up the game and to save his team from being eliminated come the end of this game.
I know the people at home can't see it, but Dapper just dropped the nice shot in chat. Paying respects, knowing that was an excellent placement from Rapid. And they've got a tie ball game here in game 2. A loss here in this game would send it home. Oh, and Garrett G's not going to miss this one. He'll drop it through.
Oh.
No, it doesn't go through. I've seen him hit that exact window not last week.
I don't think it was all his fault. That ball not dropping below the crossbar early enough for him to get the right touch he needed to score it. Very difficult shot there.
We saw Rapid make a great one. Oh, Garrett G with another opportunity here in front of the net, and Rapid gets the save, getting back just in time. The defense right now holding on, and Kellogg, Dapper has to play this one smart right now, as Mechanical Gaming's got to run up towards their net. Another own goal. What is DAPG doing here?
I can't believe what just happened. Dapper, he's tried to flick it up and with power to the side, and then Dapper, you see he cuts the timing necessary. He tries to get the ball off of the bounce, but he goes too early and hits the back of his car, and he puts the ball in.
It was wide already, and then he put it in, and with 10 seconds remaining, Mechanical Gaming has the lead in game 2. Dapper can make some last-minute heroics. Oh my goodness, he drops this one in the box. Is he going to do it? Rapid plays it away. They have to roll this one up the wall. As long as the ball doesn't touch the ground, they can keep playing, but that one will touch it back down. Mechanical Gaming takes game 2. What is happening here, Quinn?
We have a series on our hands. Wavepunk, that was an incredible play. First from React to be able to even up, or Rapid, excuse me, to be able to even up the game with a beautiful mechanical display. That double touch off the backboard. He recognized Garrett was out of the play. The double touches are great when there's only one guy left in net who can contest you. A double touch is so difficult. Let's look at that last game, see how Mechanical Gaming was able to make this upset in this game happen.
Now, there were only 3 goals, and the first one came on a bad clear that Garrett G was able to punish, and then this one, such a heartbreaker, so close to putting it in, but Rapid with the Devo patented double touch here, bounces off the post, and then you can see the celebration. They're happy about that one. And then it was the own goals that were in game 1, come back and plague him here in game 2 again. What an unfortunate touch there as it goes through. And I looked over the stage, and you saw them laughing. Both Dapper and Garrett G were like, well, that one sucked. We didn't want that to go in, but here we go. And they really got their work cut out for them. They're going to have to win in game 3.
So something that I have to bring up here is that, we were going into this, and let's be honest, the past week, we've seen a lot of these amateur 2v2 teams go up against pro players, and we always wonder, can they win games? Can they find their way into this? And they've kind of gotten steamrolled a bunch, right? So I think this has been a little bit of a shock for everyone. It has been for me, certainly, because these weren't cheap wins. Yeah, there were a couple of own goals from DAPG. We'll just kind of brush that to the side for now. We're seeing good Rocket League out of MG right now.
Yeah.
Talk to me about it. Why are they able to stay in this?
I mean, what we said at the very beginning was they needed to be able to hold on to the fundamentals. They needed to be able to just play simple Rocket League. And the first thing we talked about was the 50-50 game, which they have been winning, which is a fundamental mechanic of Rocket League, being able to make the ball go in your favor when both players are going to touch it within like a very small margin. So they're doing what they need to do here. Let's see if they can do it here in game 3. And upset the favorites for the tournament, for not just for Chicago, but for the whole thing here. As Garrett G and Dapper are going to have to win one out after dropping game number 2. And it's a best of 3, a simple one. Oh, Rapid. Listen, the way he played that one to make the 50-50 go in his favor nearly goes in the net. Has to play this one over the side. He's in a sticky situation as Garrett might be able to find Dapper here in the middle. But here's the Spider-Man positioning. So we talk about any spider defense, Spider-Man positioning when you're on the backboard and able to clear it away. Playing on the wall in front of your own net. Rapid dropping this one in front. Kellogg gets it through. Tangled up is the defense of DAPG, and Mechanical Gaming has the lead.
Potential for the biggest upset of this whole tournament. A great touch here from Rapid. Puts the ball to the side. Dapper and Garrett G were not ready for it. We see Garrett G, his car turn to the side, and that limits his ability to rotate in net and make the save that was necessary.
You saw a moment there. The families of the players watching. Mechanical's family just hoping that he might be able to make it through here, but Garrett G's got other ideas. He ties up the game right here in the first minute.
Yeah, great pass there from Dapper. And Garrett G comes across the ball. Those can be so difficult to time, but he recognizes the bounce off the backboard, and he is so experienced, so practiced. He knows exactly where that's going to go. It's imperative that you have the ability to capitalize on those opportunities. As we see, the game can change at a moment's notice. That's how we have this game 3 on our hands.
Kellogg trying to set that one through. Dapper will move out. A lot of space to work with. He'll loft it over the top of Rapid, get a bump onto the player. Now he's just got to deal with Kellogg, and that gets it past. Garrett G's looking for the opportunity, and there's the open net. This one will go through. Just simple, methodical plays to draw out the defense, pull him into the corner, and get the lead. It's DAPG back on top.
Cool as a cucumber, waiting for the bounce off the wall. Let Dapper pull it away from the goalie and create a very awkward ball for the defender. And Garrett G, he recognizes that there's no chance this guy's making that save.
But we had 3 goals in the entire 5 minutes of the last game, and we've had 3 goals in the first minute here of game 3. Completely different game here. So both teams varying it up. Dapper will play this one over to the side. Kellogg tries to just play it past Dapper, but the patience from the veteran player. He'll draw out 2, fake out the second. Can he get the shot towards the net? Nope. Kellogg makes it back in time. Needed a bit more power on that one to get through, as the mechanical defense has been so on point all series long. They'll keep it at a 1-goal game.
It's going to be really, really interesting to see how both these teams approach their 50-50 situation and their pressure on the other team. We see Mechanical Gaming putting some of the most and some of the best interference play we've seen from any team here in the Universal Open.
Oh, look at this team pass in the midfield right in front of the box. It's the 2-goal lead for DAPG.
Dapper hitting the ball directly at the opponent. It's the same kind of mistaken touch that Dapper had to give up a goal in the previous game, and a beautiful pass there from Garrett. He recognizes that he can put the ball across the field, and it offers up the opportunity to just go in or let Dapper touch it and secure the goal.
Yeah, it is we were talking about the fundamentals that they need to get nailed down here. The one that we're seeing from DAPG that is just being a nuisance for Mechanical Gaming is the positioning, particularly of Garrett. Putting himself in the position that if they make anything less than an optimal clear, he will be able to put it in the net. That's the second time we've seen him do it in this series, and now they're up by 2. Can Mechanical Gaming bounce back? I think this is the most substantial deficit we've seen them at.
I think so.
They got their work out. I think they were down by 2 at one point in game number 1 as well. Garrett G will play this one up. Now can he follow it up himself, drops it into the box. It's too high. Dapper's looking for it, but Rapid will send it over the side. He had drawn out Kellogg, but could not get the double tap. Now he'll look to pass to Dapper. He's airborne, puts it back into the box, and Kellogg will be able to pick it up on his hood, put it into the corner, and try to dribble this one out of his half.
And actually a great touch here from Dapper, able to buy time for Garrett G to rotate properly. Oh, this is dangerous.
Drag race to the ball. Who gets there first? Kellogg's in position. Dapper looks for the save, and he gets it. Excellent positioning, knowing he wasn't going to get there first, and going for the block.
Right, that decision-making so key. He just decides to play it safe. He doesn't risk a bad 50-50. That would have given up a goal. Instead, just going for the save and being confident in his ability to read the play.
2:13 left to go here in the decisive game 3. Loser of this goes home, and a demolition onto the rotation of Dapper makes it a 1-goal game. Beautiful play from Mechanical Gaming.
And this is what I'm talking about. Mechanical Gaming just not being respected correctly from DAPG. A beautiful demo, and we see DAPG already rotating forward, trying to get a quick counterattack. They thought they had the opportunity, but a demo just turns it all around and leaves a wide open goal.
Now with 2:06, only a 1-goal game. One kickoff there by Mechanical Gaming will drop it towards the goal. Dapper clears it away. Rapid looking to see if he can set up Kellogg once more. Draws out 2 players in front of the net, but both of the Mechanical Gaming players had already started to rotate. They committed heavily on that offensive push, not wanting to sacrifice this game cleanly or easily to DAPG. They've come this far. They've gotten this close to knocking out our favorites of the day. If Mechanical Gaming do this here, they break both our brackets in the first game.
I don't think... I'm sure they're breaking a lot more than just our brackets. I'm guessing that the viewers at home predicting DAPG to come on through just like us.
1:26 left to go. Bounce off the wall, right out back. Garrett G taking a shot wide again. A bit of inaccuracy has been plaguing Garrett G all day. So that's the 3rd time I think we've seen a goal just barely go wide from the veteran player.
We mentioned before this being a different atmosphere, a new environment for these players. Players are playing here in person, not at home from the comfort of their setup where they're used to competing. So there's a lot more added pressure in these matches. That's why we're more likely to see these, error-prone players rather than their usual form.
55 seconds left for Mechanical Gaming to do the unthinkable. They have to score 1 more and then find a goal in overtime. Here it comes from Rapid, another chop, but this time Garrett G's there. respecting the aerial prowess of Rapid. He'll send that one away. It goes the length of the field. Dapper's up. He'll put in a clincher here with 2 goals in 39 seconds. Much more difficult comeback here for Mechanical Gaming. I think DAPG might have finally dodged their bullet.
Right, a great job going for the super fast clear. That's what offered the opportunity for this goal. Dapper recognizing that the other team is still rotating. They're putting a lot of pressure. He just gets a fast clear as fast as he possibly could. And that's the only way he could have touched the ball to get it to the other field in time.
Dapper putting this one back into the middle. Kellogg now on the wall. Down by 2. This is definitely the farthest down they've been this late in the game. They have to make some magic happen. And with Dapper winning 50-50s like that, keeping the ball trapped in the orange corner. This is the worst place for the ball to be right now for Mechanical Gaming. So much time being burnt off the clock. Garrett G wins this out again. Gets a back pass towards Dapper, and they'll just hold on to ball control as they run this clock down. Mechanical Gaming doing everything, putting on a show, forcing DAPG to make plenty of mistakes, but as the clock hits 0, you can't score 2, and DAPG will come out with a victory in 3 games, much closer and much more exciting than we anticipated.
Yeah, no kidding. And not only was it more exciting, but let's be honest, we've had a lot of very one-sided matches over the past week, right? We see some players who are not very good at 2v2, but maybe don't have the professional experience that these 3v3 guys did. This is what I expected to see from this whole event. Seriously, like seeing guys like Mechanical come out and not make this a cheap series. They come out firing. The thing that I think I was most impressed with is, compared to some of the teams we've seen in the past that just have to try risky all-ins and then they give up a 2v1 to their opponents and, oh, look, we got 10 goals dunked on us. It didn't happen this game. They were playing strong defensive play the entire way. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, one of the biggest things for me from this Mechanical Gaming, one of the best things that anybody at home can learn from the way these two play is you watch as they take their time. They don't rush out of the field for a super fast counterattack. They pick and choose their moments. And what that lets happen is it lets their teammate position himself and create the opportunity for fakes. And it's just a great plan to put up an offense against one of the best teams, to give yourself that opportunity to fake them out, to beat them, to win in mind games.
All right. Well, there we have it. And it looks like Michael is standing by right now with our winners in DAPG. Michael, take it away.
Guys, thanks very much. The story of this match is, first of all, congratulations, but this was a much more competitive match than people thought, with Mechanical Gaming playing really, really well. Were you surprised?
Yeah, I don't want to discredit, their win or their loss. Sorry, they did really well, but I think we really came out cold. You have a bad series, and we were lucky to edge it out then. But I think we'll be a lot better next series.
When you say you came out cold, why is that? Do you think?
I'm not sure. We just started off the series just really hesitant. I think it's because we're not used to best of 3s with such high level players. Usually we get best of 5s against people close to our level, so best of 3s seems really intense, because right off the bat, if you're up 1, you just need 1 more to win, and it's really intense.
Well, that's what great teams do. They find a way to win. You guys, congratulations. I'll move on to the next round.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, back to you.
All right, and we are actually going to crown our Lexus player of the match, and that is going to be Mr. Garrett G, who, of course, walks away with that win right here. And despite a couple of small errors, we saw an own goal in there at one point, but for the vast majority of the game, kept their cool, was able to keep the team in this, and Garrett G, of course, walks away with that Lexus player of the match. So, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights here from this match, but I'm going to get a little bit of commentary from you guys on this one. What does this tell us about DAPG? Is this, as they were suggesting during the interview, kind of a fluke? They were cold. You expect better things from them in the future? Just give me the pulse of this team right now.
I don't think that they were ready for the pace that we saw Mechanical Gaming hit. We said that Mechanical Gaming needed to play their fundamentals. They were out shooting DAPG almost every game, putting up ridiculous numbers. So DAPG really had to figure out, okay, we have to adjust. You heard them there in the interviews. They're not used to having to deal with this in a best of 3 where if they drop game 1, they're immediately out. So they had to just adjust mid-series, and they did that.
Yeah, they did a really good job at understanding what was going to happen. We saw a lot of controlled goals, which is what we were expecting, and most of the goals against DAPG really coming from big positioning errors or maybe minor mechanical errors, meaning that they just timed something slightly off, which we saw Dapper cutting into the ball maybe a half second too early, and it goes goes into his own goal.
Yeah.
And that's really unfortunate, but those kinds of moments happen. Seeing them able to adapt was a great thing to be able to know that they'll have the confidence to move forward.
To be fair, the own goal from Garrett G was a quality own goal. Like, that was a great goal to hit on any net. For sure.
Fair enough. All right, so they can take a little bit of credit for that at least. All right, guys. Well, we're actually going to hear from Mechanical Gaming on the other side of a break real quick, but coming up next, our second quarterfinal match, it's going to be 3-seed Enix featuring one of Chicago's own Gshin, and his team will take on 6-seed Ethereal next.